Hi, it's Stan Reinford, and welcome to this week's market update. Thank you again for all the great compliments. Really appreciate it. Let's kind of jump into it here. Lots of questions still on how the chart works. Again, from some new people and some people that have been listening for a while. We have three boxes across the top. To the left is the 30-year Treasury, which is what those candlesticks are that we're looking at below. To the center is the 10-year Treasury, and to the right is the S&P 500. Below here, all the way to the right, we have a green candlestick, which was today. A green candlestick means that rates got a little bit better or stayed sideways. Red means that rates either went down or went a little sideways. Today, we had a green one, and let me jump into it. So the Fed concluded their two-day meeting today. The Fed did cut the Fed funds rate by 0.25%, and they were not as hawkish as they would be or have been in the past. If you go back to the center of the chart here, that big red candlestick with the lock signal on top was October 29th. That day, the Fed reduced the Fed funds rate, but Chairman Powell was not able to calm the markets, and hence today got nicknamed "Don't Rock the Boat" because they were afraid the same thing might happen where mortgage rates went up. They did not. They got a little bit better, so we're glad for that. The Fed has two mandates: inflation and employment. So they're keeping an eye on both. Truflation, a private company that releases much more accurate and real-time inflation readings, just reported that their inflation figure is 2.2%, which is very close to the Fed's target rate of 2%. Let's talk jobs and the BLS. So all the private sources of employment data have been showing a very weak labor market, but the Fed went into today's meeting without the BLS numbers and the consumer price index reports, which are not coming out till December 16th or 18th. Many believe that that could be good because remember, all of those government employees who lost their positions in the summertime received the severance till the end of September, and they're not counted in the unemployment numbers until after they're off the books completely. The two companies that have been providing this information about jobs are ADP and Revelio. So just keep that in mind that those are just one of the two. Let's talk the Fed forecast of who the next Fed chairman is. Again, Chairman Powell's term is up in May. He only has 3 more meetings. So again, not sure how that's going to play into the next, in the early 2026. But remember, as I said last week, there's 3 different possible candidates. Supposedly it's been leaked, but no one really knows. So we either have Chris Waller, Kevin Warsh, or Kevin Hassett. The leaked person is Kevin Hassett, but we'll have to wait and see. Supposedly he checks all the boxes. When they leaked his name, it did not rock the market. So let's talk interest rates. Interest rates, as you can see below here, climbed just a little bit. You look at the 10-year in the beginning and in the middle, just a couple weeks ago, we were down at 4%. Now we're at 4.15, which means rates went up just a little bit. But overall, someone that is buying a home right now and purchasing, putting a larger down payment down, good credit, good debt ratios, probably in the low 6s, somewhere around there. Someone that's looking at refinancing could be a little bit higher. Buying an investment property or second home, definitely a little bit higher. But if you're in that situation and you're looking, please give me a call. I would love to help you choose the right strategy because that is the most important thing. It's kind of like building a house. When you build your foundation correctly, then everything else kind of goes together. That's how a pre-approval is. And the best pre-approvals and the best pre-underwritten pre-approvals are the ones that are going to help you get through your strategy better with less hurdles. Because again, it's real estate. There could be lots of other things that could come up or be obstacles along the way. So have a great week. Please forward and share. And remember, I help those that are buying, refinancing, whether it's in a primary residence, second home, or investment property. Have a great week, everybody.